Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Just one topic in this video. I made some videos yesterday, day before yesterday, about uh, Eritrean capabilities regarding drones, fighter jets, anti-drone weapon systems. Interestingly, an Eritrean government-backed artist has published a work which speaks about Eritrean military capabilities. This man is very close to Eritrean government, Eritrean intelligence agencies. Uh, those who support him call him a real patriot, but the critics of Eritrean government call him a propagandist. Whether he is a patriot or a propagandist, he is very close to the Eritrean government. He has been attending Eritrean diaspora organized festivals abroad too, and the man has been seen with the Safwerki Eritrean president in the past too. His name is Awil Said. Awil Said writes and reads prose. His prose has military, political content generally. Awil spoke about Ethiopia-Eritrea tensions this week. Firstly, drones, because people say that Eritrea does have drones, it is not disclosing its uh, military assets, while uh, Ethiopia displays its capabilities, Eritrea does not show it. We know that Ethiopia does have drones and some anti-drone electronic warfare systems too, like Karasakafo. I mentioned that in last night's video. I told you about Ethiopia, that it displayed Karasakafo at a military parade over a year ago, and it has modern drones, etc. Modern drones like TB2, Wenglong, Mahajer 6, Akinji, etc. Does Eritrea have drones or not? Awil Said indirectly confirmed that Eritrea has drones and anti-drones too. He said people say that Abiy has drones. So who said that Eritrea does not have drones or anti-drones? So indirectly, Awil Said claimed in his work this week that Eritrean military has drones and anti-drones. Which types of drones? Not clear. Which types of anti-drones? Not clear. Firstly. Secondly, he compared Eritrean and Ethiopian militaries. What did he say? Very interesting way of comparing the two sides. I am working on a video on comparing Eritrean militaries, but uh, so far video is not complete. What did Awil Said say? Awil said that what matters the most in comparison between two forces is morale and competency. 50% of morale and competency matters. 20% intelligence matters. Counterintelligence also matters, 20%. And armaments are just 10% important. So weapons in wars are just 10% important. 90% importance is given to morale, competency, counterintelligence, and intelligence. And Eritrean military is far ahead of Ethiopian military when you compare the two militaries on the criteria of morale, competency, intelligence, counterintelligence. In 10% area of armaments, ENDF could be superior to EDF. Though he did not say that. This is his way of comparing the two militaries. Thirdly, he confirmed Ethiopian actions in the Afar region, which is not a secret because Eritrean opposition groups are clearly saying that they will use Ethiopian Afar region as their headquarters. He said, yes, Abiy is creating a provocation in Afar. But Afar people won't accept that because Eritrean military supported Afars in the fight against Tigray fighters. Abiy won't be able to provoke Eritrea through Afars. But he confirmed that Afar region is being used by Ethiopian government for its military provocation. Fourthly, he talked about Fano. He said that Ethiopia asked Eritrea to train 120,000 soldiers during war. Eritrea trained, but the Ethiopian government's claim that Ethiopia is backing Fano is basically a cover-up for the political failure of the Ethiopian government in Amhara. Because government wanted to crush Fano, it was hoping to crush Fano in just a few days or weeks. It did not happen. The government wants to shift the blame. Ethiopian government wants to shift the blame towards Eritrean government. He talked about TPLF. He said TPLF won't allow its region to be a war zone again. Getachew also wanted to meet with Isaias Afwerki, but Mike Hammer stopped him. So basically, he ruled out the possibility of united Tigray against Eritrea, saying that Tigray does not want, people does not want another war in its area. Then he mentioned a very important point. He said, Eritrea knows Ethiopian military in and out, but Ethiopia does not know the capabilities of the Eritrean defense. He said this because Eritrea, Ethiopia fought together. They jointly launched operations. Eritrean military was in Ethiopia. Yes, Eritrean military has more information about Ethiopian military, but the two fought in the past. They know each other very well, I think. They adopt similar strategies. They have similar types of weapons. And it's not that Eritrea has some secret nuclear weapons which Ethiopia does not have, or some secret war pacts or secret weapons which could be a game changer. But this is what he claimed. He said that Eritrea knows ENDF in and out, but vice versa is not true. This is what Awil Said said in his work. Basically, he tried to build an analysis to claim that Ethiopia is weak internally. It is not in a position to wage war. But if Ethiopia wages war on Eritrea, Ethiopian government, Eritrea can counter this threat. Why? Because Eritrea is more united. There are no internal divisions in Eritrea. There is no polarization in Eritrea. So Eritrean government has managed to create a nation which is united, which is not divided along ethnic or regional lines. The ethnic and regional fault lines exist in Ethiopia, but they are not. They don't exist in Eritrea. That is why Eritrea can easily counter the threat from Ethiopia. This is what he said, almost quote unquote. I shared with you what Awil said. Awil's point of view is basically Eritrean government's point of view, Eritrean military's point of view. Much of what is said makes sense. Yes, Ethiopia is facing internal problems. Yes, Eritrea knows ENDF more than Ethiopia knows EDF. Yes, Abiy wanted to crush Fano in a few days. Abiy wanted to crush TPLF in a few days. It did not happen. Yes, Eritrea trained Fano fighters, Ethiopian soldiers were trained. But he made big claims, I think, about the capabilities of Eritrean military. I don't agree with all of that. And lastly, his claims about Tigray, that TPLF does not want its region to be a war zone again. No one wants a war in Tigray. There is no appetite for war in Tigray. Main problem for TPLF is that it wants a restoration of its status. If Abiy does not restore TPLF as a political party, TPLF is kept out of elections. Anything can happen. It's not that TPLF is planning to march towards Addis Ababa, but TPLF wants to ensure its survival. That is why it agreed to make concessions at the table in Pretoria. If that political survival it is unable to ensure, anything can happen. I will, in a way, defended TPLF, Debretsion. The Debretsion TPLF does not want war. It does not want its region to be a war zone. But TPLF, Debretsion has been saying that the issue of restoration of status is a survival issue for it. Perhaps more important for it than restoration of Tigray's borders. It has been saying, its leader saying that if TPLF is restored as a party, then restoration of Tigray's borders can also happen. Even before the restoration of Tigray's borders, what matters more for TPLF is restoration of its status. Let's see what happens. Thanks for watching.